Welcome to the podcast, Kathy. And it is such a blessing and an honor to have you with us. But this is really an important book. And I know that both your works, from what I understand, that your first book, Walking the Bridgeless Canyon, which was written, I think, in 2014 or published, it sort of flows into your next work, which is Forging a Sacred Weapon. Kathy, from what I've read, you didn't set out to be one of the leading voices of faith in the LGBT community. You started your career as a graduate in a university college of engineering, I believe. But in 2001, your path changed direction. And for people meeting you here for the first time, take us back to where it all started, to what moved your heart toward the LGBT community, and what made you say, I can no longer be silent about this. What was that conversation that you had, or that relationship that cracked something open in you in how you saw the LGBT community and the church?
I wish I could say it was overnight or it was short, but it wasn't. I met Neto. I was going through a divorce. I call him my husband. He just didn't want to be, he didn't want to be married anymore. And we were at, an evangelical church, a charismatic evangelical church. And I homeschooled the kids and we shared the job, and he just decided he didn't want to be married. And so that was a challenge to me, because I had always been so proud of the fact that, we had two kids with the same last name. We had a business together. We'd lived in the same house for years. Everything was just so stable until he just didn't want to do it anymore. And so I tried by doing the right things, praying for him and hoping he'd come back, and none of it was working. He just wanted out. So we had a successful retail business, and he didn't want our the tenuous tone in our marriage to spill over to the business. So he forbade me to speak to anybody about what was going on, and I had to just be silent about it. And so the way I dealt with that silence was I just started hiking every day. So that I could go out on the trails and talk to God about it and pray and cry. And it was out on those trails that I kept seeing the same woman.
Sure.
And I thought, she hikes about the same pace that I do. And it was one particular Saturday morning, and he had just been yelling and screaming at me. And the whole thing, it ended up that he was having an affair already. And so all of his anger was coming out on me. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what was going on. And so I just started on that hiking trail. I got to the bottom of the trail one day, and I just didn't want to go home. And I'd seen Neto several times. And so I asked her, I said, I've seen you hiking here a lot. Do you mind if I hike with you for a while? And not only did I enjoy hiking with her, but it was a relief, because she wasn't in my friend circle at church, because I couldn't tell anybody at church, because you might as well stand on the front stage and announce it. And so I became friends with this person completely unlike me, a Native American, a brown-skinned Native American with a Hispanic last name that was an atheist. And I suspected after the first hike with her, because the language she was using, she wasn't using husband or spouse or any of those words. She said the word partner, I think, a couple of times, and I thought, she might be a lesbian.